Right, we are back to loving Deepspace. We are all good, but my hair looks a bit of a mess today. What are we doing? What are we doing today, girlies? Let me fix that. There we go. Now that we've fixed that, we're all back. Let's go, let's go, lesbians, let's go. Alright, there we go.
Say whatever you want.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, let's see. Right, just click it into my... There we go! There we go, so I can keep an eye on the thing. We're gonna continue with our story. I think... Do I need to refill? Damn it, I need to do a refill. That's annoying. We'll do this one first and then I'll go do a refill. My mic is on. Also, I posted a new one-shot on AO3. I've linked it on my Twitter. Have a look and enjoy a good read. Just as Zane enters the room, I finish roasting the tangerines he bought. When I glance out the window, I realise snow has finally stopped. Did your relative leave already? He must have a strict family.
Yes. He needs to go home and write his reflection paper.
Oh. There's a quality in Zane's voice. I sit down beside him and hold out one of the roasted tangerines. The weather is perfect for roasted tangerines. Try it. Oh. He stares at me for a long time before finally eating a piece of the tangerine.
You don't want to know what happened during the past few days when I disappeared?
If the explanation is going to be filled with medical jargon, then no. As for the rest, Zane will tell me when he wants to, but if he doesn't want to, that's his choice. He can't help but smile at my deliberate emphasis on those words. He takes a half-peeled tangerine from my hands. Soon after, a warm orange slice is brought to my lips.
I said goodbye 3 days ago because I had accepted Carter's invitation. I'll be joining the Fountain of Vitae research project.
Oh! Two that have entered the chat. Huh? Seeing me choke and cough several times, Zane raises his hand to pat my back.
It's ultimately an excuse. Something unexpected happened, and the nightmare arrived before I could carry out my plans. Lately, Oxo Hospital has received a large influx of unusual cases involving protocore syndrome patients. Some died shortly after hospitalization. Others transformed within a month and became...
An alterum. Zane nods.
All these patients had recovered at Val Sanatorium after entering a medical pod called the Rebirth Cocoon.
Val Sanatorium, according to the news report this morning, is the first phase of the Fountain of Vitae.
Carter told me that Ever will soon hold a press conference to demonstrate the Rebirth Cocoon's effectiveness to the public.
Wouldn't that mean more unsuspecting Protocol Syndrome's patients will go to Val Sanatorium?
We can't let them do as they please. I want to stop Ever's plans, not just for the Protocore Syndrome patients. There's...
Zane trails off as he lowers his gaze.
I want to make amends for a mistake. One that should have been corrected years ago. Yet it still haunts me to this day.
I realize that for Zane, that carries a greater, more painful significance.
I know I disappeared without a word before, but will you come with me this time?
Asking me like that isn't fair. I know he helped me so many times before, and I'd agreed to any request he makes. It's just I still need a reason. Now that he's finally revealed everything to me, I won't let him have his way so easily. What's in it for me? Whereabouts the Ava Core, dirt on Eva, or more leads about that biometric key? A few sweet words aren't enough to make me risk my life with you. I mean...
Do you remember what you told me about the Deepspace collision chamber at the Gaia Research Center?
Yes, they conducted experiments to create me, their precious energy source.
Eva plans to restart that project. The new program they're showcasing at the sanatorium might be related to it.
Oh no.
Isn't that a very convincing invitation?
Yeah, I can see that. Dazed, I see something flicker out of the corner of my eye, a fluffy white tail. Zane and I turn around at the same time. Shichi, aren't you supposed to be with your owner? Crouched near the robot vacuum, Shichi whimpers. Those clear, innocent, round eyes look at me first, then at Zane.
You're staying here to watch the house.
In the white testing facility, a row of circular medical pods lines the room. Surrounded by soft, silvery light, they float in the air, their translucent walls gleam with tranquility. Exquisite and graceful, like meticulously crafted crystallizes, they pulse and contract, the rhythm of beating hearts. At any moment, it seems their contents might break free and soar through the sky. Ooh. Let's go, we got some contact, got some combat. Oh, I need to change Celia's look. Again, I forgot about that.
Concentrate. Let's go.
Okay. My time. Zane.
Here it comes. Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Is this what you wanted?
Perfect.
Also, I don't know if the Hunters contest is reset, so I may do a bit of Hunters contest with you guys today. I don't really know. We'll see. We'll see how we go.
My time.
Or I may just do it in my own time.
Or else you'll get hurt.
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Leave it to me. Victory is within.
Pay attention.
It's dangerous. Come back. Watch out.
I'm okay. Let's take it down first.
Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go.
No problem. You won't escape. Bring it on.
Ooh.
Dr. Zane.
Fall back. Keep your distance. Let's go.
Okay.
It is weak. Now's our chance.
I need to start doing a streaming calendar. Probably will do that.
I'll give it a taste of our strength.
Hey, hey, there we go.
I'll feel
Nice teamwork.
Nice.
perfect.
Perfect. There we go. Exit that. Alright, I've got one. I'm gonna finish this chapter, then probably go and get some water. After driving west on the highway for 2 hours, patches of green vegetation finally appear amidst the desolate landscape. Looking through the window, I can see a distant dome of Bell Sanctorium loom in the morning mist. After yesterday's events, we decided to tour the Sanctorium as victims to investigate. The Fountain of Vitae, the Rebirth Cocoon, the press conference, none of these can be tackled in a single move. However, we can assess the situation first before planning our next move. Are we almost done? I feed the last cookie to Zane as he drives. He nods and takes a moment to gather his thoughts before speaking.
There are things I need to tell you.
Oh?
The technology used in the rebirth cocoon is from a research project Carter and I worked on when we were in medical school.
Oh.
Back then, I began researching the application of protocors in implantable devices under Dr. Noah's guidance. It was also something I was interested in personally. At first, the research progressed smoothly. Yet when we started doing experiments, we need to stop researching this. The protocore energy has completely corroded the heart. Our experiment failed.
But the heart started beating again. It just grew some black crystals, that's all. Did you know? The lab mouse we performed a protocore implant surgery on transformed into a wanderer and devoured its fellow test subjects. Zane, our experiment wasn't a failure. We succeeded! We've discovered humanity's next evolutionary form!
I wouldn't say that.
We definitely need to visit that barbecue place near the campus tonight to celebrate.
Ooh, no.
The experiment didn't lead to new life. It turned people into wanderers, minions of a protocore. It was a Pandora's box that should have remained sealed. I destroyed all the related research data that day. I hope to keep this truth buried forever.
But Carter didn't see it that way, huh?
No. He named it X-Heart and took it to Xander Sciences. It was later implemented in the rebirth cocoon, which is the first step in the Fountain of Atay.
After finishing his story, Zane falls silent. However, his grip on the steering wheel indicates he's still caught in his memories. This is the mistake he wanted to make amends. This is the mistake he wanted to make amends for. Not wanting him to dwell on the past, I cleared my throat and lightened the mood. I used to think about how if we had gone to the same university, I would have dragged you out to have fun every single day. We'd watch the flowers bloom in spring, enjoy the summer rain, collect autumn leaves, have snowball fights in winter. And based on what I heard, you must have been too busy to do any of that with me.
Not at all. In our lab, we always said it's best to take a 4-hour break while data is being collected. Then we can see the results after. So during those times, I would have been available at least.
Come on.
I was joking. If you were there, I would have always made time for you.
Oh. The car turns onto a newly paved road, passes a sign that reads Val Centurion, and comes to a stop in the parking lot.
I'm not familiar with the sanatorium's interior layout. If you encounter any danger during this visit, remember not to go in alone.
Don't worry, I'm a professional. While I speak, I catch... Excuse me? While I speak, I catch a glimpse of White approaching us. Oh great. Carter, who's here to receive us. I keep reading it as Cater, because bloody Twisted Wonderland. Who's here to receive us wears a casual white business suit. Only a navy blue butterfly pin adorns his collar.
Have you been waiting long, Zane?
Oh gosh, not this guy. Great.
No, we just got here.
Carter leans down towards the car window. Upon seeing me, his eyes crinkle and his smile widens.
When Zane called about needing 2 visitor passes, I had a feeling you'd be accompanying him.
I compose myself. I smile politely. I step out of the car, but just as I'm about to speak...
Let's skip the pleasantries and head inside.
Oh. Yes. Following Carter, we enter the long corridor that connects the parking lot to the sanatorium's lobby. My gaze falls on the emblem at the entrance. Under the curved shape are the following: Eternity vanquishes evolution, evolution vanquishes evolution, restraint group. Oh, Eva. Without a doubt, this is Eva's logo. Carter activates the scanner, and a white light immediately sweeps over Zane and me. A cheerful electronic female voice speaks.
Visitor identification verified. Zane, I am Telomere, the AI management system of Val Sanatorium. Welcome to. We hope you have a good day here at the sanatorium.
The doors slide open and we enter the first floor lobby of Val Sanatorium. Pristine white surrounds us. The ceiling is adorned with white. The ceiling is unadorned. Its white surface seamlessly integrated with the recessed lighting system along its edges. Beneath our feet, a gentle white bathes the light marble floor and illuminates every corner of the lobby. This place seems...
bright yet oppressive.
Yes. Yes. Pristine, silent, and unchanging, it's as if life itself stands still within these walls. In this environment, Zane and I stand out like two stains on an otherwise white canvas. A few doctors in white lab coats passed by us, although they were quietly discussing patients' medical records. They nodded in Carter's direction.
Since Zane personally asked me for visitor clearance, I should give you two a proper tour.
Oh, goodness gracious. Side by side, we follow Carter as he leads us to the reception desk in the center of the lobby.
I see the Fountain of Vitae finally caught your interest. All those phone calls over the past month weren't in vain.
Oh, goodness gracious, we hounded him.
I'm curious. What made you change your mind?
Carter stops in his tracks by the reception desk. He turns around, his signature smile returning with narrowed eyes.
You kept talking about humanity's future. I wanted to see if it would actually come to pass. Besides, nobody knows Exhard better than me.
Carter's eye twitches. After a long silence, he suddenly erupts into a fit of laughter and shatters the lobby's tranquility.
Good.
Alright.
You've convinced me. Everyone deserves a second chance at redemption. Remember, Zane, I gave you this chance.
Whatever.
And what about you, Miss Hunter?
When I receive this question, I deliver my carefully prepared response. Since Zane is joining the research project, I wanted to see what it's all about. Carter tilts his head and his gaze flips between Zane and me before settling on Zane. The amusement in his eyes is obvious.
I see. Even the strongest relationships need a solid foundation. I'll make sure you get a good position here.
He turns around and shakes the brochure stand next to him. The neatly arranged brochures scatter in a disarray as he pulls out two copies with a smile. He gives them to us.
The only downside to this place is that it's too by the book. But I guess that doesn't really affect you, Zane.
What do you mean two by the book, my guy? You wanted to just friggin' morals out the window. Well, it's already out the window by this time. It's almost complicated. It's about complicated medical cases. The thin booklet methodically categorizes various diseases that conventional medicine has yet to cure. It's like a universal department, and the facility's patients are eager students with a thirst for knowledge. A commotion breaks in the distance. I look up. A group of elegantly dressed visitors being led into the lobby by a receptionist. They're being guided upstairs for a tour. On the staircase leading to the second floor, several patients in white hospital gowns are looking down the steps. That's... I expect to see high-profile figures in this place, but even then, I never thought I'd see her. Karen, who's 43 years old, is a war correspondent she won numerous prestigious journalism awards. She spent years reporting from the front lines, faced countless life-threatening situations, and has earned a large amount of respect in society. A year ago, she was attacked by a wanderer, got protocol syndrome, and rarely appeared in public since then. I've met her a few times at AXA Hospital. I heard she was also one of Zane's patients.
Dr. Zane, it's been a while.
Noticing us, she comes over and says hello to say hello. Zane acknowledges her with a slight nod.
Ms. Karen?
Someone of her caliber choosing Eva, that's probably the best endorsement they could ask for.
I heard that when she left Axo Hospital, she had less than 2 months to live. Her daughter had just learned to say mama when you handed her a death sentence. How cruel.
Dr. Carter, the patient in room 8504.
Carter gestures for us to wait a moment. Then he takes a few steps to discuss something with the man at the front desk. Noticing my silence, Zane stops in his tracks.
What are you thinking about?
It's nothing. I just realised that Eva seems to have a knack for exploiting human vulnerabilities by any means necessary. How else could they gather people from different backgrounds and beliefs and make them devoted to a single cause? Like any good cult leader.
Promising heaven, it's using hell as a threat.
Oh.
After all, everyone fears illness and death.
Footsteps accompanied by a familiar voice approach from behind. I turn.
We meet again, Miss Hunter.
Oh no.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Benedict, the director of Val Sanatorium.
You. From what I remember, he had another identity I met at the place where an Alterum died. You're the detective who spoke to me that day.
I'm honored you remembered me, Miss Hunter.
He smiles. He smiles not with the embarrassment of someone whose identity has been exposed, but with the composure of a performer waiting for the audience's reaction to the grand reveal. Pardon me. Alarm bells ring in my mind, but he quickly shifts his placid gaze to Zane.
It's been a while, Dr. Zane. Welcome aboard.
Ooh, okay. Is this gonna end the chapter? Hey! Alright, I'm gonna do a couple of these, and then I'll go get it. I may actually do some... I don't know whether the Senior Hunter contest has been reset. We'll see. There we go.
The sea doesn't tolerate insults or sacrilege. The tide's judgment
Shall descend here and now. Oh, sea god, I summon you.
I hear you.
Go back to the pit you picked Raphael.
The tide's judgment
Shall descend here and now.
You were too close to it.
exit that. How many battles it is till the next one. I'll probably be off for a week, so I probably won't. I think next week I'll probably stream Monday, and then Wednesday, and then I'm off until next Thursday. So I won't be available from Thursday to Thursday, I don't think.
Destruction's tide has arrived.
So we'll see. I'm gonna have to be away for a little bit, so I am away and I can't stream on those days. And then next time I'm back, I will be back to doing my usual streaming activities. Oh wait, I may be streaming on Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be doing... taking Monday off, doing Tuesday, and then, yeah.
Back up. Let's see what trick it has up its
So it'll only probably be one stream next, and then I'll be on a hiatus for a little bit. For around about a week.
This is all too easy.
Not even a challenge.
There we go. Let's exit that. Hopefully, by that time maybe we'll have the Silosmith. I don't know. We'll see. I think we've got a couple... I think in the list there's a couple more solo banners, and then there's the Silosmith. I really don't know. I don't know whether we'd be closing out Death and Rebirth by next stream. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because that depends, really.
Destruction's tide has...
Oh, there's another one.
Watch out.
The tide's judgment.
Shall descend here and now.
I love the Sea Gods cards. They're so overpowered. They're so good.
Getting the hang of it.
In fact, I think I've awakened one of them, and I've maxed out
The tide's judgment.
pretty much both of
Shall
them.
descend here and now.
I'm trying to max out most of my cards for the senior hunters, but when it keeps resetting, it keeps giving me different cards. So I like can't upgrade them, which is so annoying. Hopefully it gives me the same set.
The tide's judgment.
I could create my own set, but then it doesn't fit the Splatrum that's needed for some of the bloody contest stuff. Let's have a look. A reset it. Let's see how many diamonds I have to. See if I have enough to get another pull. Right, there we go. Check up on a couple of things. Yeah, no. Let's have a look at that. Oh, we've got just about 150. Badass trigger. Badass with a gun. Badass trigger. I got 6. The current update is we've got 61, which is kind of enough. I'm aiming for about 150 pulls, and then we can probably get. Oh, that's nice. And then we can probably get some more. How many of these have I got? I've only got one. Okay. Let's have a look at the Senior Hunters contest. Ah, nice. Okay, so the new season has started. Can I? Ooh. Can I? Is my team? That's all good. Is it still gonna? Okay, it's still doing. That's good. That ends in 3 hours. Okay. I wonder if I can get Max and Junior actually, because this one didn't do that great, even though I think I've tried to... I could try and max all those cards and then see if it will do it. This one as well, I may try and get all these cards. Ah! Because that one isn't Splatrum. Right. Doesn't fit. That's annoying. I could try boosting those cards as well and see what does it, because I've only got 2 here to hit 12. So that one may work a bit better. I did the primary like ages ago, maxed out, but I think there's two that I'm kind of like, I think it's because that one doesn't fully fit, but I need to max some of these probably to get it fully to work. And then scenery is like hard to do. It's like really hard to get to about 12 in this one. So I need to get most of these up to 80. My card's like really under level for senior, but they haven't reset just yet, which is good. I'm gonna go back to the story. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and go get a drink. So I'm gonna go do a be right back, and then yeah. There we go. Right, I've got my drink. Let's get back to the game. Actually, I need to quickly make my girl look pretty. Oops. Make her look pretty. Let's quickly give her a makeover. One that she'd wear in this kind of. I want to try this one, but then I also need to give her the glasses. Let's do this one. There we go. There we go. Let's continue. Oh, it's going to download again. Shouldn't take too long though, knowing this game doesn't take very long to do it. But more of the welcome to me. Yeah, we've gone through pretty much all these, collected all the gems we could. How many have we got left? Oh, we've only got this one left, and then we're done. Okay, wow, alright. Right, let's go. Rebirth Cocoon. Interesting. Benedict extends his hand as a friendly gesture. Zane barely returns the shake before quickly withdrawing.
Wait, you two know each other? Why didn't anyone tell me?
Oh no, not him, not him, he's not back. You're not back.
Dr. Zane and I met at Mount Eternal.
Oh.
However, it was a brief encounter.
I remember. I didn't expect us to meet again here.
That's not exactly a good response from Zane. Zane's like, oh no, not you again. Didn't want to speak to you again, sir. It's not exactly the best response you want from the zany boy. When Benedict is introduced, I learn that he was once a distinguished doctor. He served as a mentor. Okay, here we go. He served as a mentor for a group of new recruits during the Battle of Mount Eternal. However, he withdrew from his position at the halfway point for personal reasons.
We're not officially open to the public yet, but this sanatorium has already become the preferred choice for many patients. As the director, I'm truly grateful that everyone has embraced the philosophy of the Fountain of Ate.
Through the glass walls lining both sides of the corridor, the sanctorium's new patients can be seen. They are undergoing a physical exam. Each patient is accompanied by their assigned medical staff member. The checkups proceed quickly with virtually no waiting time. When you hear Rebirth Cocoon, what comes to your mind?
Metamorphosis.
Yep. Outside the ascending elevator, the stark whiteness gradually gives way to green. A vibrant garden appears before us. And suddenly everything clicks. When everyone returns from death's door and this is the first thing they see, a crescent-shaped corridor encircles a towering tree surrounded by emerald-like grass dotted with vibrant flowers. The area overlooks a circular azure lake. They feel like they've been given a second chance at life.
To be frank, we need Dr. Zane's help to improve our experiment's success rate.
He speaks as if he's discussing statistics rather than matters of life and death. If there's still room for improvement, shouldn't you inform your patients about this so-called success rate?
They're aware.
How aware are we talking, my guy?
The patients who've been given terminal diagnoses voluntarily agreed to participate in the experiment. It's a deal with mutual consent.
I'm sure that fine print was very, very, very small. Just like, you need a microscope to read that damn fine print. Nope.
Besides, who would choose to wait for death's certainty when given the chance to roll the dice of fate?
Oh, I don't know, people who don't want to live forever. To me, living forever, to me, like, it sounds great on the surface. When you actually think about it, it's horrifying. It's fucking horrifying. Like, no. I'd be like, huh, no.
Third floor.
As the elevator door opens, an unexpected gust makes me squint. Before me is an unfamiliar white corridor. It's empty and clean. The corridor is lined with separate rooms on both sides, and through their semi-transparent glass, I see an egg-shaped experimental pods. Here are the rebirth cocoons. Their mysterious nature has been revealed. Mounted on bases lined with energy circuits, they emit a gentle glow. Ooh. Contrary to what we expected, Carter and Benedict seem quite willing to show us everything. What we see feels like a meticulously crafted exhibition to the visitors. The light bathes everything in a soft, warm. The light bathes everything in soft, warm tones to create a sort of cocoon effect. Even the air filtration system can be adjusted to simulate different scents based on mood. It is literally like what you get in like a lot of like shopping centers or malls where certain shops will like change their scent so it brings customers in. It does feel like that a little bit, but on like a really dystopian level in this case. Ooh, no. Every detail was made to spark a desire for life and create an illusion of truly being alive. Yeah, this sounds like what a dictatorship kind of does. Like, kind of like what North Korea does in a way when people go there, they only see a certain select part of it and not the part that majority of people would know about, which is the famine and the thing. Yeah. We're gonna close off the bad parts to you, but we're gonna show you like a very fluffy utopia version of this downright dark technology. Yeah, no. Emma's like, look at our lovely little rebirth cocoons. Look how cute this looks. Look how like they would totally like, you know, pink wash this if they could. They'd be like, look at our girly little pod. It's so girly. Look at it's pink. Guys, it's pink. It's a pink pod, guys. Look at it. Totally buy into our gorgeous little thing. It's just like, oh. A soft hum fills the air as fluorescent, I can't read today, as fluorescent blue energy flows through the tubes and rapidly enters the chamber. Ooh. The connected monitor displays the rebirth cocoon's interior in real life. And inside, a young girl receiving treatment clutches her chest, she takes deep laboured breaths. Pain covers her already pale face as she breaks into a cold sweat. Her hands tremble and she soon starts convulsing. Seconds after the device activates, her breathing steadies at a remarkable rate. Her convulsions stop. As time passes, her breathing finally becomes regular. Exhausted, she closes her eyes and seemingly drifts into a deep, dreamless slumber. The video feed sparkles with light as text appears to indicate the treatment is complete. Benedict presses a button on the wall. The treatment room's smart glass returns to its opaque, milky white state. Why is it opaque though? Is my question. Are they going to show this girl coming out? I don't think they will do. They're not going to show him post-treatment.
Dr. Zane, these should interest you the most. The treatment consists of 7 sessions. Patients show significant improvement in health indicators after each one.
Gosh, the lies are really getting deep, aren't they? He hands over a document that contains experimental data from several test subjects. Zane's gaze lingers on the first page for half a second before turning to Carter, who's standing to the side with a self-satisfied
I
look.
won't be sugarcoating anything. Your experiment has failed to meet its objectives. You've lost control of the cellular mutation process.
Ooh.
You could have used a little bit of sugar. Zane, the rebirth cocoon is our most successful experimental product to date.
And it's still experimental, my guy!
Our ultimate goal is to achieve humanity's perfect form through genetic and cellular reconstruction.
Yeah, that sounds like a whole mess that we don't want to dig into, but yeah, go on. Without a hint of emotion, Zane glances at Tim, then he taps the data success rate column with his knuckle.
These numbers are far from perfect.
Yeah, like, if they're far from perfect, why would you put it out into, oh yeah, this is Ever? It's like, why would you put it, oh yeah, no, Ever is just corrupt and they don't give a crap. Someone's using his expertise well.
As the creator of X-Art, I can tell you that your so-called success merely uses the existing technology to temporarily delay the disease's progression.
Mm-hmm.
And if it fails, there's a likely chance that the patients will transform. Then they'll begin to turn into wanderers.
Every treatment carries risks. If we only relied on your safe methods, then...
Zane closes the files and hands them back to Benedict. His expression remains calm throughout the exchange.
Of course. I understand you're challenging the impossible. That's why I decided to join. I enjoy challenging the impossible.
The thing is, you can't beat death without there being consequences, and the consequences are people turning into wanderers. That's the thing. As they continue their thoughtful verbal sparring, my gaze is drawn to the curved floor-to-ceiling window beside us. Outside, patients in the white hospital gowns walk across the verdant lawn. They create an unexpected, peaceful scene. At that moment, my heart detects a strange energy. It pulls me forward. This feeling, it's just like before when I was in the ruins of the Gaia Research Center. I gently nudge Zane. He understands and takes a step to converse with Benedict and Carter. Then he successfully leads them away. Pardon me. After making sure no one's around, I slip into the descending elevator.
You're not allowed in there, miss.
I see.
You can't go there either. Miss? Visitors are restricted to the public areas on the first and second floors. We aim to respect our patients' privacy.
I turn to meet the receptionist's polite yet wary gaze and nod. Alright then, I'll go back. It was that way, right? I point to the spot in the distance. Confused, the receptionist turns to look. I prepare to make my escape. But I'm yanked by the hem of my top. The faint energy I've sensed disappears. Oh no. Oh no, what happened? Don't tell me it's a Wanderer fight. Undercurrent, okay. In the hallway, the receptionist has finally noticed my disappearance and is looking everywhere for me. The sliding door closes. I turn around cautiously, only to find myself face to face with someone familiar.
You're the young lady who accompanied Dr. Zane.
Miss Karen?
Allow me to properly introduce myself. I'm Karen, a patient with Protocore syndrome.
A sliver of light from the outside filters through the Venetarian blinds. It illuminates her gentle features. She extends her hand, thin yet steady, towards me. I politely return her handshake.
I know you and Dr. Zane are here to investigate the Fountain of Ate, or rather, the Rebirth Cocoon. However, the press conference for it is coming up, and you're not the only ones keeping an eye on things.
You said exactly what I was thinking. Are you also undercover together so you can gather information? She nods, and after a moment passes, she shakes her head.
Sort of. My original reason for coming here was simple. I wanted to live. Isn't it strange? After all, I was a war correspondent who once risked everything on the battlefield. Yet, after returning to civilian life, I'm afraid of death. I even believed in far-fetched promises.
When it comes to matters of life and death, I have no right to judge, let alone interfere with others' choices. Yet, I also wondered, if I were a patient, would I pin my hopes on this experiment, despite knowing full well how absurd it is? No, I wouldn't either. I'd be like, nope, I'm all good, I'm all good. I'd be like, well, to be honest, if you were in her position, I don't know. But I hesitate, unsure if I should reveal what I know.
I want to say that this experiment is turning people into monsters. Those things called the Alterum. I was there during the Battle of Mount Eternal. I saw people transform into monsters with my own eyes. Whether you're trying to stop it or investigate it, 2 people won't be enough to treat this as a simple matter.
She turns around and opens the drawer. She takes out a small, elegant notebook and hands it to me.
This may seem sudden, but I need your help. And I believe you might need mine as well. It'll be necessary to prevent this press conference from taking place.
But why would you... Questions flood my mind, but I can't find the right one to ask.
As it stands, I'm their most successful test subject.
Oh, wow.
Just disappeared around here.
The receptionist I managed to shake off earlier hurries towards us. Karen responds with a
Take
slight
this with
smile.
you. When you get out, tell them you saw the patient in room A107 faint. You were just escorting me back to my room.
I understand, thank you.
Miss, how did you end up here? Is there anything I can help you with?
The patient in room A107 just collapsed. You should check in on her. While skeptical, the receptionist quickly summons doctors and nurses. The quick response suggests Karen's presence carries a special weight here. For my first visit to the sanctorium, uncovered these crucial leads is more than I could ever hope for. As for those secrets that lie deeper in a shroud of mystery and finding a way to stop Carter and Benedict's plans, that will take more time. I wonder how Zane is doing. I should act like I don't know anything when I meet up with him. Pushing these thoughts aside, I carefully hide the notebook on my person before heading towards the main white building. As the story's about to end, Carter is once again urgently called away by his assistant.
As the creator of Exhart, seeing your technology destroyed because of a momentary lapse in judgment, do you feel regret or disbelief? I had imagined both reactions, yet I see neither on your face.
You must have been away from the operating room for too long, Mr. Benedict. You seem to have forgotten that showing emotions on one's face is the most ill-advisable thing a doctor can do.
Yes. Benedict smiles and chooses to ignore the sarcasm.
I'll be honest. I don't trust you, Dr. Zane. But no one else has your outstanding qualifications and experience. It's precisely why I want to bring you on board, even when I know you don't agree with our philosophy.
Since you're being candid, Mr. Benedict, I'll also discard the pleasantries.
Throw them to the side.
As I've said, I want to challenge the impossible. We each have something to gain, no? This collaboration could work.
Is challenging the impossible your only reason? Will you really let others handle your life's work? Don't you want to find out who created those Alterum?
You certainly enjoy speculating about others' feelings.
He's reading this man for help.
If your bold experiment back then was completed, would the results have been different? In any case, Miss Hunter will tell you about her impressions of the tour after she's done with her disappearing act.
The clabber from downstairs seeps through the window and causes a subtle vibration in the air. Calm as always, Zane meets Mike.
I look forward to our cooperation in the future.
Or in snow. And just like that, our first tour comes to an end. After leaving the sanatorium, life with Zane seems to have returned to normal. Barely finding a moment's rest, he rushes between AXA Hospital and the sanatorium. For the time being, Eva seems preoccupied with their grand visions of the Fountain of Tay that the leads related to the Aether Core have also gone cold. Meanwhile, protocol syndrome cases are multiplying at an incredible rate. AXA Hospital's emergency room is constantly overwhelmed. Medical teams worldwide continue to test new treatments, but the results remain disappointingly ineffective. It's as if a deity somewhere in the cosmos and uncertain about the world's fate keeps lifelessly rolling the dice again and again. Would not be surprised. We know a couple of them exist in this universe. Astra.
Aren't you supposed to save people's lives? My wife is critically ill and you're just letting her die.
Where's Dr. Zane? Isn't he the leading expert on protocore syndrome? Why can't he see us first?
Doctor, my child was perfectly fine yesterday. Why did the condition worsen?
In the break room for the division for cardiac surgery, the doctors and nurses can finally get a few minutes of rest. Exhausted, they slump into their chairs.
We're humans, not gods. We want to take care of everyone too.
In 3 days, Ever will officially unveil the Rebirth Cocoon at their press conference. It is designed to treat protocore syndrome.
Oh no.
I interviewed Miss Karen, one of the first patients who underwent this treatment. She will appear at the press conference. We might be witnessing a medical revolution. Only time will tell.
Everyone remains silent as they watch through the transparent partition in the door. From the corridor, they observe Zane's focused expression.
Isn't Dr. Zane supposed to be on leave?
Officially, maybe. I bet he's just busy with other projects. Things just aren't the same without Dr. Zane here. Seeing him around makes me feel at ease. It doesn't matter how exhausted I am.
Yvonne lets out a deep sigh and turns to open the storage cabinet. With practiced ease, she breaks two dietary glucose sticks to hand out to her colleagues behind her.
Let's eat these and give it our all.
Doctor, if I get sick, will I turn into a monster?
No.
Really? Will from the bed next to me said these crystals will eat us and turn us into big monsters.
Dr. Zane, I'd like to process my child's discharge papers. If you could...
Lexi's condition has shown improvement. I advise you not to transfer hospitals at this time.
But everyone's saying Ever has a new treatment. We really want to try it.
Oh no. 2:20 a.m.
The pulmonary artery aneurysm has ruptured. There is insufficient blood volume for circulation. Dr. Zane, we can pronounce the time of death.
Oh, my poor boy, no! Oh, no.
Time of death, 2:23 a.m.
Oh, is this the girl?
Notify the family.
Is this game gonna make me cry again? Using the wall to support himself, a teenager in a warm green hood staggers along. He stops to catch his breath after each step. Every organ feels twisted and turned inside out. His nerves scream from the agony and pain. They threaten to rob him of his strength to stand. His vision blurs as he collapses against the wall. His arms shake uncontrollably as he tries to brace himself. Something races beneath his skin.
I'm not a monster. I don't want to become a monster.
The violent urge surges through him. Once again, he stares at his hands. They're covered in sharp crystals. He's fighting against the impulse to plunge them into his own heart. Yet he can't bring himself to do it. Cold snowflakes fall onto his body that's reached a fever pitch. A man's steady footsteps approach. He stands at the end of the road, his tall figure nearly blocking all the light from the street lamp. The teenager can still make him out, however. Oh?
You're the killer. Or the doctor. We meet again.
This isn't a coincidence. I'm here specifically because of you.
Is that so? Am I turning into a monster?
He forces his eyes to close for a moment, even his vision is starting to blur. The man clad in black slowly approaches him. The teen feels an unexpected sense of peace.
I knew you'd save me.
As soon as something foreign bursts through his skin to strike at the man before him, the teen hears the crystalline sound of ice forming beside his ear.
It'll be over soon.
The patient in room A103 is experiencing memory loss, continual emotional detachment, and exhibiting behavioral patterns that differ from usual. 3 days after entering the rebirth cocoon, the boy from room A210 disappeared without a trace. The patient from room A379 experienced a violent episode while awaiting treatment. The rebirth cocoon's performance has improved. I was chosen as the ideal test subject. They believe I'm the closest to success.
The notes Karen gave me consist almost entirely of observation reports on other test subjects. Her journalist's instincts made her distrust this research project from the start. She had already noticed something was off about it. This is... A worn, creased photo slips out from between the notebook pages. Its edges reveal the countless times it's been handled. In the photo, Karen is holding a little girl who's no more than 3 years old. Both of them are smiling at the camera. Is that her daughter? I quickly understand why she wants to live, despite her doubts about this project. When did you get back? The breaking dawn appears outside the window as the sky grows brighter. Perhaps it's just my imagination, but I see those black ice crystals on his arm again. But when I move closer to check, it seems I'm just imagining things. Zane watches me without saying a word. I realise that I only came over last night to help feed Shishi. But I got so caught up in analysing the clues that I accidentally fell asleep on the couch. Sorry, I went... Sorry, I went a little overboard when I made myself at home. A moment passes and a faint smile tugs at the corner of his lips.
Is there a passcode in this house that you don't know?
I clear my throat and hand him my notebook. I try to prevent us from getting sidetracked. In any case, I believe Karen is our best lead right now. Recently, Eva has made a public announcement about their best test subject who will make an appearance at the press conference. Unlike those big spenders and socialites, Karen has a positive, approachable image. She has a good reputation in the eyes of the general public. They're trying to use her to build public support and convince more people to believe in their cause. By giving these notes, she probably hopes I'll help stop the press conference or even put an end to the project altogether. So I thought, for a while I've been talking to myself, but then he hugs me from behind. Is it Zane?
Yes, I'm listening.
Ah, so cute. His embrace is gentle, as if the slightest touch might shatter something fragile. Did something happen?
It's cold.
To think someone who's like snow could feel chilly, I pause before turning around to embrace him. I'll stop talking about Eva. But if you're really tired, please make sure you rest properly. Will you do that for me? Or... Okay, like, MC in main story and Zane, I do ship that. We're talking about just main story. Zane and MC are like my two favourites. There are less than 36 hours remaining until the press conference for the Fountain of Vitae. Before returning to the Sanctorium to stop it, Zane and I quickly come up with a plan. I need to approach Miss Karen again to figure out a surefire way. Meanwhile, Zane, who already has connected with the core researchers, will cover for me. Whether it's disease, wanderers, or the Alterum, they all stem from humanity's instinctive fear of things beyond their control. Turn off my heater. The deeper this fear takes root, the more likely that people are to mistake absurdity for miracles. And whenever appears as a saviour, they will gain a congregation of devoted followers. Saying the energy source I detected wasn't my imagination. I'm still not confident in utilising the spatial core, but another visit might help discover something new.
All right.
Zane nods. I prepare for a lecture about not abusing my power, but he says nothing. Here, put it on. Ensure the mission runs smoothly. I borrowed cutting-edge equipment from the association. The state-of-the-art invisible earpiece, modified by engineering prodigy Simone, is now no bigger than a grain of rice. I also have a small energy firearm capable of bypassing most detection systems currently in use. I place the earpiece in my ear and gesture for him to come closer. Zane obliges and leans down. One cough to turn the mic on, 2 coughs to turn it off, and tap to adjust the volume.
Thank you.
I'm not sure why you're being so polite, but as soon as the comms channel opens, deafening audio feedback blasts my eardrum. I clutch my ears in pain. I stagger back, but just before G2 mischievously attempts to trip me, succeed, Zane catches me by the waist. Can't help but laugh that this is the first time in days that I've seen genuine joy in Zane's expression.
You...
Oh. I frantically clamp my hand over his mouth. Wait until I adjust the volume before you speak. I can feel his smile widening beneath my fingers as I use my other hand to adjust the earpiece. Soundcheck, Zane, say something.
You've never asked about the reason for why I picked that as my research topic back in medical school.
He remains close to me, his breath warm against my ear. It's almost like I can hear his heartbeat. The path of medicine is a noble pursuit, Dr. Zane. You thrive for academic excellence. You also want to find a meaningful purpose in life.
It's a good guess.
Back then, you decided to destroy what could have been a world-changing discovery. You didn't hesitate.
Correct.
It's the kind of honor most people would cherish for a lifetime, yet he seems genuinely unbothered by it. Zane must have chosen to stop the experiment because he foresaw the consequences of its potential misuse.
I had considered including your name in the acknowledgements of my paper.
I nod as I secure my arm to the holster strapped to my thigh, then I double check my equipment. You only thought about it? You didn't actually do it.
It wouldn't have been right for our names to appear on the same piece of paper without your permission.
Before I can process the meaning behind his words, a rustling sound suddenly comes from the window. A piece of bean-shaped ruby chocolate falls clattering. It rolls to my feet. I look up to see the last pack of chocolate snacks from the cabinet has been taken down and torn open on the floor. Shushu lifts his face from the snack packaging, which is bigger than my hand, and licks the chocolate residue off his nose. Wait, what did you eat? My body moves before my mind can catch up. I quickly pick up Shushu and check the entire package. You ate all the chocolate? You? Animals aren't supposed to eat that. Sounds like something Jasper would do. My dog, Jasper. I feel like he would just nom. Even if it would hurt him, he would still nom on it because he's a doggy and he enjoys fresh fruit. Okay, next one. Butterfly in a bottle. As Nude approaches, the car enters the sanatorium parking lot. Zane holds the internal role who's been granted. I plan to...
Safety first.
I slip in while he keeps the receptionist distracted. You too. He doesn't look back when he leaves, but he subtly raises his hand for a quick high five as our positions shield it from view. With my biosignature concealed, my omnipresent security camera scan doesn't trigger anything. Their red indicators blink before moving on. Dimitri might be crazy, but I have to admit the ID camouflage shit he gave me is really useful. The lush trees and flower beds scattered throughout the sanctorium provide perfect cover. Dodging staff members in the courtyard, I make my way to room A107 from memory. That's where Karen is. The staff will change shifts approximately 12 p.m. There's a small window of time. To be more specific, there's a small window of time where nobody checks the room, where no one checks the rooms. My shoes scrape against the soft wall as I wait for the staff to leave. Once they're gone, I slip in through the window. Karen's eyes widen slightly at my entrance, but she remains quiet. Sorry, the press conference coming up, they tightened security. I could only use this method to visit.
I expected as much. You're clever for figuring out how to find the perfect moment.
I understood the message you sent when you gave me those notes. That's why I'm here. Are you really going to give up? If we take this chance, you might actually have a shot at making a full recovery. Karen shakes her head.
After surviving so many close calls on the battlefield, I'd say death has already been more than generous.
She reveals a peaceful smile and looks at the sunlight streaming through the window.
When I first entered the cocoon, I dreamed. And in that dream, I had made a full recovery. I got to watch my daughter grow up. I was there for every important moment of her life. At her wedding, I hugged her while crying. But the face reflected in her eyes was unmistakably that of a horrifying monster.
Her gaze dims. Outside the window, a butterfly drawn to artificial flowers in the vase crashes against the glass again and again.
When I came to my senses, I realized I wasn't hugging her. My hands were around her throat.
Ooh.
I only wanted to hug her. So why did I make her cry?
Sensing my hesitation, she pulls the IV line from the back of her hand.
My dear, have you heard of Zhuang's butterfly dream? I've always wondered who was really dreaming. Was it the butterfly? Or Zhuangzi himself? If I can't tell who I am anymore, then the whole world has become my cocoon.
Oh, that's
the
good.
time I still have doesn't matter. I've made my decision.
What would you like me to do?
The press conference is scheduled for noon tomorrow. Less than 24 hours from now. In an hour, they'll place me in the cocoon for my final examination. You need to locate the cocoon's power supply and cut it off completely.
No. The cocoon is connected directly to the test subject's consciousness. A sudden disconnection could lead to unpredictable effects on her fragile body.
Don't worry about me. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Finding a suitable test subject like me isn't easy. Trust me, this is the best way to stop them.
I'll find a way to get you out of here.
Even if you could carry me, my body wouldn't survive a strenuous escape.
I know she's right. Once the guards shift ends, they'll quickly discover their most important patient has disappeared. Every exit in the sanatorium will be sealed off by then.
If this is to be my final battleground, then you must help me. Please.
I understand. After leaving room A107, I move quickly without any hesitation and stay out of sight.
Did you hear? Patient A379 suddenly lost control and became violent just now.
It's fine. Dr. Carter said that was normal.
Along the way, I quietly look down several order lines and receptionists who spotted me. The sanatorium is massive and many areas are restricted. A blind search could last until nightfall and still be a failure. What I sensed that day, it must have been the cocoon's energy core. I take a deep breath and activate the spatial core's power once more. My vision ripples and expands like waves. A faint energy trail leads me forward like a guiding thread. My drifting consciousness slowly seeps through the sanatorium's public area, the gardens, and through each patient's room. If I can just find the energy control hub. Following the faint energy pulse, I find myself at the end of the corridor that connects the public area to the garden. There's a door almost seamlessly integrated into the wall. Without hesitating, I push it open. A large enclosed space gradually reveals itself. Behind this door lies an unexpected serene forest. Strange. There are no guards present. Only an unsettling silence hangs in the air. My watch hasn't sounded any alarms, and there are no detectable signs of biological activity among the vegetation. The energy source's pull grows stronger as it tugs at the power flowing within me. It's as if I'm being guided in a specific direction. Past the forest's winding path, an unexpectedly elegant building comes into view. That must be it. The energy's readings are at their strongest there. Ooh, okay. Interesting. I want to see if I can finish this story through, hopefully. With Zane's help, these past few days, the Cocoon's data and performance have shown improvement. Carter is in high spirits. He genuinely believes his junior has switched to the dark side. No, has finally seen the light.
I remember you were sitting right next to me when we talked for the first time. Do you want to join my research team? Before that, we all thought you were just some stuck-up child prodigy.
Dr. Noah used to say that one person can go fast, but a group can go far. Besides, your theoretical research was undeniably superior.
A look of surprise appears on Carter's face.
Back then, you were the youngest and quietest out of everyone. Who knew you'd be the most forward-thinking, boldest student in the lab? You went ahead and performed what we didn't dare to imagine. And you'd pose what we didn't dare to ask to the most distinguished of professors, until they were left speechless.
Walking and talking as they pass through the streamlined skywalk, the two soon arrive at the sanatorium's central platform. As dusk approaches, the light filters through the hemispherical dome like delicate silk. It bathes the courtyard in soft, warm hues.
I understand that Ever wants to use tomorrow's press conference to improve the Fountain of Atay's credibility. But the rebirth cocoon still needs to be further developed. It's not ready to be revealed to the public.
Why not? We've prepared the best testing equipment, and all the data will be presented to the public in the most accessible format. Besides, we already have a suitable candidate for a public demonstration.
He turns to Zane and his voice becomes more eager.
Zane, do you remember what I asked you the night Exart succeeded? I asked if you wanted to change the world with me.
Carter turns to survey the crowd in the garden below, his figure reminiscent of a smug creator gazing upon their creation.
We stand at the center of all our achievements. I assure you that success is within our grasp.
exactly do you mean by success?
Ooh.
Are you talking about unpredictable success rates? Or how quickly you dispose of your defective specimens when they fail?
Oh. The smile on Carter's face freezes, then it slowly disappears.
In the past, they were patients you fought desperately to save.
Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot how pathetically incompetent I used to be. Why is it that when I was a powerless doctor, the lives lost under my care were somehow forgivable? But when I strive to be a pioneer, you suddenly care about the injustice done to those who are already destined to die. When did you become such a coward, Zane? That incident at Mount Eternal?
He's not a coward, he's just empathetic.
Let me rephrase that. You've always been better at confronting death compared to me.
Oh. An uncontrollable impulse surges within him. Fortunately, a voice comes through his earpiece and pulls him back to reality. Zane, I found the location with the strongest energy signatures. Just in case, if you can get clearance from either Carter or Benedict. Zane composes himself, discreetly tapping the area near his ear as acknowledgement. He looks at Carter. Pressing a finger against his chest, Carter's ice stare lands on Zane. His mocking tone from earlier vanishes.
The heart beating in my chest belongs to someone else. I can't live an insignificant life. Zane, I understand the meaning of death far better than you do. If these sacrifices are necessary, then so be it. We're about to solve humanity's greatest dilemma, and you're still too young. Ugh!
His limbs are forcibly frozen to the wall. The surveillance cameras freeze as they turn, and their red indicators go dark.
You? Zane, you dare to freeze me?
The statute of limitations hasn't expired yet for your academic plagiarism.
Ooh, let's go. Carter's briefly freed hand is sealed with ice once again, and his frantic struggling is frozen as an awkward, rigid pose.
You can't be serious. You're bringing this up now? The end justifies the means. Let me go.
It was a joke. But I need you to stay still for a while, Carter.
Are you planning to destroy the cocoon or cut off its power supply? The sanatorium has 6 independent operating systems. Pulling the plug won't be
If this place allows someone with malicious intent like me to freely come and go, then that just shows how confident all of you are.
What are you actually trying to do?
Carter glares at him. His junior pauses thoughtfully before calmly shaking his head.
I won't tell you this time, Carter. I have a more trustworthy colleague to work with now.
You didn't come here alone this time. What's that girl up to? This is murder! You're taking away these patients' only chance at survival! Zane, you ungrateful traitor! You might be smart, but you're weak and short-sighted. Security!
Another layer of ice appears to seal his mouth shut.
You said this place was perfect for heart-to-heart conversations, since no one would disturb us. I'm afraid you'll have to stay frozen for a while. Carter, you're not doing this to save lives, nor are you doing it to save humanity. Everything you've done is to merely fill the emptiness and soothe the fear you have when confronting death.
Yes. Zane takes out a palm-sized access card from Carter's pocket. Zane's gaze doesn't meet his, it lands on Carter's heart instead.
I doubt the heart's donor wants it beating in the chest of an executioner.
It's like, what? Goodness gracious, Zane. Ruthless, man. I don't blame him. Well, peace out, my guy. A holographic display takes up half of my field of vision. The green dot representing Zane is moving towards my position. We're gonna get another cool cutscene. Not expecting much, I take a deep breath and place my hand on the door. To my surprise, it opens with a gentle push. Light streams through the glass dome and lands on the floor. It reveals an elegantly decorated reception hall. The space is completely empty, only the sound of footsteps echo to break the silence. Zane, I've sent you the coordinates. That's where the energy core is. As soon as my hand touches the railing for the staircase going up, the scene before me flickers and vanishes. The comms channel is dead. I pull my hand away and take a step back. I turn as colours fade. Oh no. Like running water, they flow out from the ceiling, walls and floor. They all met into an endless expanse of white. It's like a white tone. Oh no. I hear a silent and amused voice behind me. I whirl around and found Benedict standing in the middle of the reception hall. I'm not sure when he appeared. While I'm startled, I need to look composed right now. You've done a good job of preparing for the press conference, Mr. Benedict. It's going well without you. He touches the wall and the white space suddenly dissipates. It returns to the original form, a reception hall.
Miss Hunter, you should have been the most successful test subject. It's a shame you weren't one of ours. After all, every experiment here exists for one purpose, to create beings just like you.
A gunshot explodes in the empty reception hall. I'm tired of hearing you other people talk about the same thing. Let's skip the formalities and get to fighting. Just as the bullet approaches him, crystal shards suddenly burst from his arm to pulverize the projectile.
Oh, right. I forgot to mention something. I'm one of the Cocoon's successful specimens.
You could have said that earlier. I quickly switch out the regular bullets in my magazine for energy rounds designed to fight wanderers, then I shoot at him. But Benedict seems to have anticipated this. At his signal, several shadowy figures submerge forth from the darkness. Several Alterum move with inhuman speed. Like savage beasts, they lunge towards me. You're calling for backup already? I guess you are really a successful specimen. Quickly stepping to the side and spinning, I dodge in the nick of time. The Alterum crash into one another. I don't plan on dragging this fight out. Zane will be here soon. Finding the energy core's location is the highest priority. I activate the station core's sensible ability again. There's a faint energy signature coming from the top floor of the building. And then everything before my eyes becomes an indistinguishable once again. As the light shifts and wavers, thick fog appears from nowhere. It rolls in and blurs even the faces of the Alterum.
Play with them for a while.
My senses stop working and my vision is plunged into an endless void. Overwhelming dizziness washes over me. Desperate, I try to stay conscious in spite of the vertigo, but my legs give out and I collapse onto the cold floor. I know I've reached my limit. Before I lose consciousness, the sound around me fades in the void. I feel someone virtually grabbing my wrist. The churning sensation of instability vanishes when I open my eyes.
Are you okay? Where does it hurt?
Under the flickering lights, I can barely make out Zane's worried expression. Before I can say I'm fine, a searing pain erupts from my chest and flows through my entire body. I press my hand against my chest, but the physical pressure does nothing to ease the pain.
Stop trying to sense it. You look pale.
I grab his hand, gritting my teeth. I tell Zane everything that just happened.
Where did they go?
Don't speak. Keep your breathing steady.
Zane quickly surveys our surroundings. He pulls my arm over his shoulder and helps me walk. It's not there. Go straight, past the barrier. Faster. Or we get a cutscene. We pass through the wall. The Alterum are right behind us, but it seems they were flooded by the elusive hologram. Thankfully, the space hasn't been warped. Zane pulls me into an empty room and slams the door. Ice covers it, but the Alterum have us cornered. They claw at the frost and create this sharp grating sound. Everything in front of me blurs into patches of colour. I try to grab Zane's hand again, but my strength fails me. My hand weakly slides down his sleeve. Oh no, girl! Oh, here we go. We're getting cutscene.
Zane? Why am I tied up?
It's done.
What did you inject me with?
A suppressant. The energy in your heart has surpassed your tolerance threshold. This will ease the strain. Better now?
Zane.
The suppressant won't last long. We need to leave now.
Fluctuations. It's metaflux.
Look out. Fire. Of course we would survive. If you take another step, I can't guarantee you'll get out of this alive.
Yeah.
Dr. Zane, a hunter firearm can't kill a demon, but a wanderer can.
Let's go. Let's go, girl.
If that's it, then he underestimated us. Watch your heart. 30% of your evil should do. In your case, the cure is extreme measures.
Let's go. Oh, Silly looks so cool, that hair. All of it. I do like how the more thicker bangs, but the thinner ones do work as well for her. Anything with sort of a semi-side piecing works well with her, I feel.
Concentrate.
Let's see a specimen.
With our combined strength.
Here I go. Zane.
Here it comes. Leave it to me. Is this what you wanted?
Perfect. Eat this. No.
Stay here. Come back.
Itch and stay in the right place.
successful specimen.
Keep your distance, or else you'll get hurt.
Self-declared. Okay.
That could be covered. Be careful. Watch where it's going.
Zane,
Oh, no, no.
Come. Leave it to me. Is this what you want? Watch out.
I'm okay.
Try to find the truth within these endless
Oh no.
minds.
We got more than one?
No problem. Now you can't escape.
Victory is within reach.
I'll send it on a journey.
It's
Yeah.
final journey. Eat this.
Be ready for its next move.
With our combined strength,
Here I go.
Keep your tempo.
Eat this. I'll feel the fatal blow.
Ugh, I'm so tired.
Zane,
Here it comes. Leave it with our combined strength.
Bum.
Now's our chance.
we crushed them.
There we go. No. Alright, we didn't get the third one, but that's fine. Checking how long. Okay. After using up all of my ammunition, the Wanderer finally crashes to the ground, but this isn't the end. The sound of regenerating flesh echoes throughout the building as the crystals on its body rapidly retract. It's as if they're being devoured. Just a few seconds, the Wanderer has completely regenerated and takes on Benedict's appearance.
wait for an opening first. Then we'll retreat. There's no point in continuing this fight.
Zane is right. Benedict isn't our primary target right now. Just now, something about Zane seemed off. That flash of wait, what? Oops, we'll wait for it to calm down. The flash of black crystal, the killing incident, the cold indifference in his eyes, it all vanished in an instant. Maybe I imagined it. A strange unease rises in my chest. There's no time to dwell on it. I fired the last bullet of Benedict as a greyish-white mist fills the reception hall. There's another good example of my seamless coordination with Zane.
Now's our chance. Go.
Okay. With the Ultrim at our heels, I lead Zane towards the strongest energy signature I remember sensing in this building. Have you not noticed how the Ultrim are getting stronger? They're practically like living weapons. Could it be that after their consciousness are eroded, these failed test subjects are turned into tools that can be commanded? After taking down another Ultrim that tried to attack us, I run toward a corner. The strongest energy signature was right behind the door. Huh? Where's the door?
Watch out.
A frost mobilizes the guard who tried to ambush us. Zane stands back to back with me, both of us on high alert. Part of the layout has changed again.
If this place is a projection, then changing the layout would be the quickest way to hide the energy core's location.
Ugh, this is annoying. I have to find the energy core signatures again.
Remember to not let your energy overload your heart. I don't have any more stabilizing injections.
Speaking of which, where did you get the one you gave me?
Knowing how a certain Miss Hunter tends to overuse her evil, I came prepared.
When you restrained me earlier...
It was because you were too strong.
I place my hand on the wall. Energy surges through my veins as my sensibility is magnified. The location becomes clearer. I'm certain the energy core is being held on the top floor. I found it. Follow me. The last Ultram is knocked down to the area below. Only me and Zane are on the top floor. At the end of the cold, white corridor stands a single door. It's as if our only option is to move forward. This isn't it. This is it. Zane and I exchange a quick glance before swapping Carter's ID card against the scanner.
Welcome to the Energy Core Control Room, Dr. Carter.
Once the door to the control room closes, a layer of ice covers it. Thick cables run across the area and they all converge on the central energy pillar that emits a luminescent blue light. It's being powered by a protocol. All of its glory, this is Ever's crown jewel in the industry of protocol technology. Its energy pillar is destroyed. All ongoing experiments will immediately cease. In other words, Karen, who is currently undergoing an examination, will remain trapped in her cocoon. It will potentially cause irreversible damage to her body.
Are you worried she might regret her decision?
Maybe. I can't betray her trust in me, or rather, I can't believe in it. Or rather, I believe in her choice. I remember the first time I held Karen's hand. It was thin, delicate, yet surprisingly strong. Zane raises his hand and hurls an ice shard towards. This is an ice shard towards the luminescent energy pillar at the center. Oh, not again. Car's voice rings out on the overhead speakers as the surrounding glass walls instantly become transparent. I can see Carter has arrived. Catching his breath, he stands in the reception hall we were in earlier.
Leave this place, and don't you dare destroy that energy core! Do you remember how much time and effort we put into this?
Without a hint of emotion in his eyes, Zane gives Carter a slight nod. Amid the chaos, Benedict calmly stands behind the crowd. He smiles as he raises his hand to his ear.
You dropped your facade sooner than I expected, Dr. Zane. Is it because of your sense of duty as a doctor, or a resolve driven by guilt?
Believing that you can guide humanity's fate so you can control life and death is the epitome of arrogance.
Isn't thinking you have the right to stop any experiment that crosses the boundaries of life just as arrogant? This is what the people in our era want. And in just a few centuries, or maybe even a few decades, history will remember this moment.
You have no right to speak of such things.
Why don't we watch and see how the future unfolds? Even if you've stopped Ms. Karen's experiment and prevented the press conference today, you can't stop the tide of progress.
It's more or less the same rhetoric. Did everyone ever attend the same corporate seminar or something?
Yes. I have one more question I'd like to ask you, Dr. Zane.
The static in the comms channel suddenly falls silent and cuts off Carter's angry shouts. All I can hear is Benedict's steady voice tinged with amusement alongside his breath.
Why did you choose to destroy something that could have shaken or even changed the world?
Yes, the exact same question that I did. A sense of unease stirs as I glance at Zane, who's maintained his usual composure.
It couldn't be controlled. Any action beyond our control leads to unpredictable consequences.
Maybe it's because he used his evil too many times in quick succession. Delicate ice crystals are steadily creeping up Zane's forearm.
Uncontrollable. I see. Your rationality is an absolute. The very thing that drives you to eliminate any possibility of losing control. It affects the smallest things about yourself to the greatest matters of this world. That's why you killed William at Mount Eternal back then, yes?
Oh.
You really are capable of such cruelty. You struck down your mentor and friend who fought beside you. Even I would have hesitated.
Cut to the chase.
A long time passes before Zane's voice breaks the silence. Although his tone remains calm, his ragged breathing gives him away.
You're here to atone for your mistake. That much is certain. But you also wish to uncover what you think is the truth. For example, surely there must be an explanation for why those Alterum look so much like everyone who died at Mount Eternal.
Oh, no. In the tense undercurrents, this moment a harsh truth slowly surfaces.
I'll tell you, those people at Mount Eternal were this experiment's first batch of failed specimens. Your companions, William, all your guilt and suffering, I'm the one who caused it.
His tone is almost nonchalant, like every sentence is like a knife straight to the heart.
A discovery that could have shaken the world to its core, abandoned because of a moment of cowardice. You made their deaths as meaningless as those of the failed Alterum.
A wave of frost surges throughout the room. A bone-chilling cold creeps up from the room. The windows, walls, and the floor are sealed under thick layers of ice. They form intricate crystalline patterns. Zane, with each brace, the veins on his neck throb. Black crystals spread rapidly across his skin. It's like they're trying to devour every last bit of his life force. This isn't the Zane I know. This is the meticulous Grim Reaper who emerged from the depths of hell itself. Oh no, Zane, no! What's happening, buddy? The door had been sealed with ice, burst open. Having completed their transformation into wanderers, the Alterum try to overwhelm us like a tidal wave. As soon as they get close, ice particles pierce their chests. The shards of ice then explode outward like a violent storm. More Alterum advance. They crush the fallen ice crystals beneath their feet as they crawl over corpses to reach us. All of the Alterum open and close their mouths in unison. They stutter and pronounce these unsettling sounds. No matter how hard he tries, Zane can't make out what they're saying or their faces clearly. The nightmare wraps around his body like a phantom. It coils behind him and whispers fate's curse into his ear.
Doctor,
am I going to die?
Pay for this.
I didn't sacrifice everything just to become someone ordinary and powerless.
One day, you will hurt her.
It's Zane. He clutches his chest and feels as if the icy wind stabbed him. He stares at the corner of the tent, fluttering in the snowy gale with a distant outwardly gaze. William, who had just finished a surgery, pauses in surprise. Then he smiles and holds out his hand towards him.
Nightmare? If you can't sleep, then we can go for a walk.
Everything that just happened, it seems to have been a dream. He stares at his fingers, the blood, the girl's shocked expression. It was all a dream. It was just a dream.
It's unfortunate we couldn't save the patient today. Don't be too hard on yourself. Back when I was doing research, failure meant you could always try again. But as a doctor, lives will only give you one chance. You know, I had these exact same feelings during my first mission as a military doctor.
The polar night hasn't disappeared. The dark blue sky appears to be almost within reach. The desolate land, covered in a blanket of snow, is always magnificent.
It took me a long time to realize that what we have to face isn't just the loss of a life and death itself. The way they look at you in their final moments, it's always the same. Time and time again. You'll have to see their fear and desperation when they're about to die.
William is deep in thought, then, as if remembering something, he turns to Zane and smiles.
By the way, did you hear my final plea when you killed me?
Huh? Oh my. What? Zane, bruh. Zane is not okay. He stares blankly at William's distorted face, and oh no, we're skipping again. He blankly stares at William's distorted face. In the very next second, the ice shards have already pierced his chest. Once again, oh, my Silas is so shocked he's falling over. Once again, he sinks into the dark abyss of his consciousness. There are more of them. They're actually using the Alterum as weapons. I roll up and find an opening in the wall of Alterum that's protecting Benedict. I aim my gun at him. Before I can pull the trigger, brilliant ice flies towards Benedict. Benedict smiles. He crunches the ice shards embedded in his chest.
You're different from the man I was talking to earlier. I must say, you're skilled at saving and taking lives, Dr. Zane.
With a slight gesture of his hand, the Alterum freeze in place like marionettes. They withdraw like receding water, as if they've received a silent command. These Alterum are freaking creepy, man.
I hope you'll find your true path after our candid discussion.
I think, like, Ever's whole plan is just to create soldiers for them. Yeah, they want to be, like, they or whatever, it's just so they can create soldiers. That's my theory. People that will obey them. Soon enough, only the two of us remain in the vast, cold control room. Ignoring everything else, I run past the dissipating ice crystals towards Zane and cradle his face in my hands. Zane, look at me. Listen to me. No matter who Benedict is, I'll always keep a bullet just for him, starting today. Zane's laboured breath shows how intense the pain is. The black ice crystals emerge from his neck and continue to spread out. His ice-cold fingers slowly slipped away from my palm. You need to wake up from this nightmare right now. His hands that saved countless lives should never be stained with the pain and guilt that don't belong to them, especially not because of scum like Benedict. Zane, you have to. These few seconds feel like centuries, and then and then he finally raises his head to look at me. He slowly tenses, and I see myself reflected in his icy gaze. Zane? Pain answers me instead. My consciousness shatters as I drift into the warm embrace of unconsciousness. What? For everything fades, the distant memory regroup and flood my mind. What is happening? The ground is littered with remains of wanderers. They're slowly dissipating. Meanwhile, searing pain burns my chest. Struggling to push myself up, I see my blood-stained hands and are small and thin. Did this happen when I was little? I look up. There's a young man with a familiar face, but his expression is frighteningly cold and foreign. While I'm dazed, the man merges with Zane's present-day appearance. They form my memories, and reality approach me step by step.
Your existence is a mistake. You must be eliminated.
It's as if black frost has covered his eyes, having materialized in his raised hand. Sharp ice crystals hurl themselves at me. The next day, the pristine sanatorium stands tall, immaculate, and serene. It's been restored to the point where yesterday's attack might have never happened at all.
And whenever you need us, we will provide you with healthcare services of the highest quality.
In the courtyard, a gentle breeze caresses the grass. Kissed by early morning light, a cocoon hangs on a delicate swaying flower stem. The faint sounds of struggling can be heard from within. Light reveals the outline of tightly folded wings behind its translucent walls. Moist and tender, it breaks free from its cocoon, and in the refreshing air of rebirth, those wings slowly take to the skies. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's more. Oh my gosh. Got more. My heart constricts as sharp pain courses through every fibre of my being. Let's see how much. Oh, we're fine. My consciousness sinks into a blurry darkness, footsteps that are close by sound distant, as if they're muffled under a glacier. Zane, is that you? He stops in his tracks as if he heard me. He doesn't take the candy or freeze the melting popsicle I offer him.
Stay away from me! I'm sorry.
A box sits on the doorstep, wisps of cold air drift inside it. Inside the box lie 3 misshapen snowballs, remnants from when Zane was still learning how to use his Evil as a kid. Really? Zane knows I got hit with ice when watching the seals, and now he made snowballs to tease me? I heard footsteps. Did he already leave? I don't see anyone nearby as I hold the box close, and inexplainable sense of loss washes over me. I want to say his name, but something catches in my throat. It silences my voice. Zane? I manage to finally call out his name. Yet, when I open my eyes, I find myself staring at a dimly lit ceiling. As my foggy consciousness slowly clears, I realize I'm laying down in a room at Axel Hospital.
Miss Karen's poor health, Ever's press conference for today has been cancelled. Mr. Benedict, the director of Val Sanatorium, stated that the patient's well-being takes precedence over the event.
A hand waves before me. Its owner's lips move as they say something I can't make out.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Looking down, I see my wound have been bandaged. The pain has mostly subsided. I sit up and take Yvonne's hand. Where's Zane?
Oh, you're awake. Thank goodness you're okay. You had cardiac energy overload and some minor injuries when Dr. Zane brought you in. We asked him what happened, but he wouldn't say anything. He stayed in this room until your vital signs stabilized.
Oh. As she speaks, Yvonne leans in, her expression becomes more serious.
I heard from Grayson that Dr. Zane went to the director's office to submit his resignation letter.
Oh no. What?
There was a loud commotion in the office. I've never seen the director that angry before. He didn't approve it and gave Dr. Zane an extended leave. Then he told him to go home and think things through. He wouldn't say another word about it. Dr. Zane didn't hesitate at all. But before he left the hospital, he asked us to take good care of you.
I try to force myself to smile, but I can't. Only one thought is in my mind. Find him.
Wait, you can't just... Oh no. Please, be careful.
I'm sorry. We haven't seen him.
Sorry, we haven't seen anyone who matches your description.
Dr. Zane. A few days ago, he said he'd be traveling to remote... Oh, you must be that young lady. This is our new menu item for today. Would you like it to go? Wait! Dr. Zane already paid...
Zane's home has his favourite dessert place. Zane's home, his favourite dessert place, the cafe near AXA Hospital. I visited every place I could think of. But there was no trace of him anywhere. Late into the night, I entered the passcode to his house again. I'm clinging on to one final hope. The room is shrouded in darkness. Snowflakes drip through the gaps of the floor-to-ceiling windows.
The number you have dialed is currently unavailable. Please try again later.
No. Memories that are no longer dormant suddenly flood through my mind again. I've seen those black ice crystals and that pained look on his face before. In my childhood memories, Zane moved away while carrying a heavy, unspoken guilt. This bad habit of disappearing has existed even back then. I hear a faint whimper in the cold. I raise my head and rub my stinging eyes to see Shikui. It's you! As if he understands me, Shikui leaps onto the sofa and places his paws on my knee. I feel like I've tried everything, but I still can't find him. I hold Shikui close, my trembling voice barely above a whisper. I didn't realize it cracked until now. Please, can someone help me one more time? Take me to him. Time passes, then Shikui obediently looks down, sniffs the blanket on the sofa that carries Zane's scent, and runs towards the half-open door. In the darkest hours of the night, it's snowing again. Large snowflakes dance around the glowing streetlights. They settle on the roof, streets, passing car and shoulders of pedestrians. After running for a long time, Shikui stops in front of a pitch-black fence. He circles for a few times before signaling me to follow him. Where am I? The street lamps illuminates faded writing on the sign. It's a public cemetery in Lincoln City. It's also the final resting place for those who have no place to call home. Shikui vanishes into the darkness. I steel myself before running after him. Move forward. As soon as I see that familiar figure, my heart leaps violently in my chest. Zane! He stands in the snowy night, his coat billowing between black tombstones. He's like a ghost who has nowhere to go. I understand why he left the moment I see the names on the tombstone. He chose to imprison himself in this nightmare. He wants to atone, to seek redemption for the monsters he killed. I hurry to his side, but I try to call out to his name. It gets stuck in my throat.
Why are you here?
Questions overwhelm my mind, but I don't know what to ask about first. You chose to disappear without a word. You didn't even give me an explanation.
These graves belong to the people who died by my hand. I don't believe their deaths were unjustified. Do you think I'm here because of guilt? I'm not standing in front of them for repentance, let alone the atonement you're imagining.
When you almost raised your hand against me based on your judgment, did that mean I was also someone who needed to be killed? He doesn't evade the question. He nods without my hesitation. So this is why you submitted your resignation letter to Axel Hospital. You haven't even healed my heart yet, and you're going to leave just like that? You told me to not to change doctors on a whim, but can doctors abandon their patients whenever they want? A complex feeling crawls up from my throat to my tongue as emotions bubble up like boiling water.
I first met you when I came to Oxo Hospital. I was 12 at the time. Dr. Noah was a close friend of your grandmother, and I was told to look after you. You were afraid of me back then, until I used my power to keep your popsicle from melting. When things finally settled down after the Chrono Rift catastrophe, my parents asked if I wanted to move somewhere else. I hesitated for a long time. Was worried I wouldn't be able to see you anymore. But then that incident happened, and I actually hurt you. You were unconscious and bleeding heavily. When I realized what happened, I couldn't understand why I did it.
He closes his eyes for a moment. When he opens them, his expression is serene as the calm after a storm. It's like he finally woke up from a year-long nightmare, only to discover that the nightmare has become reality.
That was when I realized I could lose control of my power. And not being in control can lead to irreversible consequences. It's why I chose to leave without saying goodbye.
The truth pierces my heart like needles. Words are stuck in my throat.
Perhaps I chose cardiac surgery because I wanted to heal your heart. Or maybe I wanted to make amends for what I did back then.
Stop! Why is he so tragic?
No.
Why is he so freaking tragic? He keeps his gaze lowered as his voice is as soft as melting snowflakes. Zane is the most tragic boy out of the five. I'm going to say that very positively. I think Zane is one of the most traumatized lot.
But I didn't hesitate when I chose the
along with Raphael and also Silas.
When I first recited the Hippocratic Oath, I truly believed I would become a good doctor. I believed I would save many people, including the one I had hurt before.
It doesn't seem like he noticed my obvious shock. Zane just gazes calmly at the withered gravestones.
Until that night on Mount Eternal, when I killed William.
But you didn't have a better choice at the time. Once again, he lowers his emotionally detached gaze.
Do you really think a killer can be a doctor who saves lives?
Yes.
If something like this happens again, you might regret the fact that you tried to keep me close.
No. Are you saying your nightmares are destined to become reality? Will I turn into a monster that needs to be killed one day? I didn't expect him to answer, yet he shakes his head.
I don't know.
So, are you avoiding me now because of logical reasoning? What about your feelings? If we're going by pure logic, then now is the time. Do it, Zane. Are you afraid? Or is this something you don't want to do? Looking at his calm, aloof expression, I find myself beyond the point of rationality. Whatever you do today, I won't have any regrets.
But I would.
Snowflakes land on my eyelashes. They turn his figure into prismatic fragments that are like ripples in the darkness.
I'm certain that if I were to truly hurt you one day, it would be the greatest regret of my life.
Snowflakes fall as if they're floating through the cosmos. They land on us and the gravestones. We stand in silence, neither of us exchange a single word. Oh no. This is tragic, man. After that day, rumors related to Alterim and Dawnbreaker faded away like melting snow. These pure white specks were but fleeting visitors. The city awakens in daylight, and once again it's immersed in its bizarre flood of information. Spatial Core's energy remains concentrated in my hand. It's like a seed that's merged with my flesh. It fatally echoes with my heartbeat. I know these aether cores connect my past to my future. They're linked to all the secrets hidden in Deepspace. Yet I wonder what fate awaits the Alterum, Zane, and me. Ever won't give up on the Fountain of Vitae if carefully cultivated. They'll continue to weave their dreams of immortality. But they were right about one thing. The cycle of life and death is an inescapable truth. The constraints of matter breaking down, and the shackles of time and space gradually dissolve. Countless civilizations rise and fall among the stars, because the laws that guide entropy and dissipation, Earth's magnificent radiance will eventually fade. Humanity's long undisturbed period of exile will also come to an end. I wouldn't understand that until much, much later. The Creator had planted foreshadowings in an era predating life itself. Interesting. Okay, those last few lines were interesting. She wouldn't understand this until much, much later. Okay. Right. Have we finished the entire story, bros? Oh my gosh, we have. We have just gone through. Oh, my throat is sore after all that. Oh, that was something. That was quite a story, bros. Ugh. I feel like we need more of Zane. Zane in the main story is so tragic. Yeah, I know I want to see Raphael and especially Xavier next in the main story, but I really need the continuation of the Zane stuff, man. It just feels like there's more. Especially after his myth card. I need more Zane. I need more of Zane in the main story. Because it feels like there's something spicy with him that Inford are cooking up. They're cooking something spicy in the main story for our boy Zane.
You were too close to it.
But also, like, I want more of Raphael's main story stuff because I want to see more of Lemuria, especially after, like, his myth.
A drop in the ocean.
There we go. We haven't seen... I think the last main story with Raphael was before his myth. So I hope they do another update, but with Raphael. And we will be back here to play more and then cry and I think I cried at like Zane's last story as well. Zane, our tragic Dr. Boy, they're all fucking tragic. Bro, they're all just trauma-ridden guys, honestly. Living deep depression, as I call it. My gosh. Just 5 men suffering trauma.
The sea doesn't
It's this
tolerate
game.
insults or the tide's judgment.
Shall descend here and now. Raphael.
Yeah, I hear you.
Good job. My time.
Oh, good. The sound of death. The tide's judgment.
Shall
Go.
descend here and now.
Yeah. Whoop.
You were too close to ripples in a breeze.
A drop in the ocean.
Bam. Right, exit. We've got another one. Another one, bros. Another British one. Bam. Oh, I've got another one. How many? How many are there? 20, 100, 2,000. I feel like I'm gonna have to get another drink. I have drank so much squish. I drank so much squash in this past playthrough.
The storm shall crush.
I have looked down so much squash.
The tide's judgment.
You shall descend here and now. Oh, sea god, I summon you.
I hear you.
Go back to the pit you came from. Bring it on.
Oh, there we go, more.
Too close to it. The tide's judgment.
You shall descend here and now.
Bob.
Weakness. Is that it?
Bring it on.
The tide's judgment.
You shall descend here and now. Go well.
Yeah.
This is all too easy.
Not even a challenge.
Oh, we're done. Ah, you're finished. Ah. I'm not an honor. I'm not. Oh, gonna go to Zane. Where's our boy? Where's our? I am so sorry.
Better to stay calm when there's a challenge. You
I'm
can
so-
always find a solution.
Sorry, sweet summer child. Oh, okay. We have 70. That's fine. But now I'm sad. Oh, I'll do this. I'm gonna do the seniors one on my own tomorrow. Now I'm gonna be, well, not today. Oh, I forgot. I've got one that I need to upgrade. There we go. Boop, boop. I'm planning on, hopefully, going through all these babies first. This one first. Then this one. Then maybe the anecdotes as well. We can read through those on stream.
You truly get straight to the point.
Maybe. Anyways, I'm gonna finish it off here. Oh, that was so much. I'm gonna be doing maybe like a Veilguard version where I just play through a bunch of Veilguard. We have finished technically our main playthrough of Love and Deepspace. It has been probably since, it's not been a year, but we started this probably in April. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
Do you want me to sleep with you?
No. 6 months. It's been 6 months we streamed this game. It's been so fun. I've enjoyed it. So this game is not finished. I have not finished streaming this game. I'll still play this game, of course, but I've not finished streaming it. Of course, when main stories pop up, I'll jump on and we'll do like a lad stream again, or I think probably every month I'll do like a lad stream to go through all like the cards content and things like that. But I want to get through Veilguard next. So
Sleep early if you're tired.
we'll be going through Veilguard and Veilguard and Inzoi, I think Inzoi. And then I'll start a new batch up, which will be like Obey Me, maybe. I don't know. Thinking Tears of Themis, actually. Doing Tears of Themis and playing through that one. Intend doing Tears of Themis probably being one, and then I'm mainly focusing for serial streams to just do like main story stuff. Not much side content.
I'll be there soon.
The only reason I want to do side content with lads is because I love it, but you know, if I decide I really get thingied in a game, I may do like side content with Obey Me as well. But yeah, so we will see how it goes, because I have a lot of cards I've invested in. I have invested money in this game. I've delved into the fandom, it's become a thing, so we need to go through all the side content as well, that I've gathered through playing the game, and then we will jump on to Obey Me, which hopefully will be a lot more of a casual experience.
Perfect time to look at the moon.
Sadly, Wizard S Heart can't be done because the game's been discontinued, so that one's off the chopping block. So I don't know, I'm thinking of doing probably Tears of Themis next, because I've actually played through a little bit of that, and then we'll maybe do like a long one, like Mr. Love's Queen's Choice. We'll see. I think, but Veilguard streams are still going to be happening, and I'm going to be doing Inzoi as well. I just knew we were on the final leg of the story, so I kind of just wanted to do like a multiple stream thing to get through it. But I may actually start a new one next time we come back, so on Tuesday, I think, we'll start a new game, we'll see, we'll start Tears of Themis, maybe. But I hope you guys